Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. In this episode, we'll be reviewing the first day of the first test match between India and England. A dominant performance by India. They were bowling first. Joe Root won the toss, elected to bat. It looked like a good toss to win. But straight away, India struck on the first over itself. Jasprit Bumrah setting up Rory Burns beautifully. 2-3 away swingers, out swingers, and then he brought one back in and got him trapped. LBW. Then, the likes of Sibley and Crawley, they put up a partnership, but India kept nipping away with the wickets. It was the second session, though, where I felt that England were in control with Joe Root batting, even though they lost Dom Sibley after a very dogged innings. They lost him, but him and Root and Bairstow really put up a really good partnership. It was 50 plus. They were timing the ball well, running between the wickets well. I think they covered the swing good. One thing about Bairstow is that he changed his stance a bit, so his back leg is now covering off stump. Before his off stump was exposed, and I think that was one change that he made was pretty good. And it looked like England were actually comfortable at 130 for 3 going into tea. It looked like their session, and they could have built from there. 250, 300 was a really good score on this track, but just on the stroke of tea, Bairstow losing his wicket, LBW2, Mohammad Shami, again, a really good review by India. They got 2 reviews right today. And that's really good work by Kohli and his team. I think Shardul Thakur is the one who initiated this, even though Shami was the bowler. Yeah, he's like, no, I didn't hit the bat. So Kohli went on his word, and it was a very, very good review. But that set the tone for India going in, at 130 for 4. Still, you could say it favored England a bit, but the session was shared. If you looked at the graphic on the broadcasting channel, they said the session was shared. So even though I thought that England dominated that session, it was just that one wicket turned things, and that was the gate that India had to unlock, and they did that. If you saw the third session, completely in India's favor, a fantastic bowling. Bumrah, Shami, Siraj, Thakur, all these guys, just coming in, picking up wickets. I think Shami, again, like straight after tea, he picked up a wicket. So that's 2 wickets in the over for him. Bumrah bowled really well to the tail. That Yorker tailing in was fantastic. Thakur was the find like the find of the moment, because I think the find of the day, because I think the bowler of the day, because I felt that dropping Ashwin and playing Thakur was a big call by the Indian management. Ashwin, a very senior player, he's been in really good form. He played wonderfully in Australia. To sit him out and play Thakur just because of the balance of the team and the conditions, it was a huge call, and it paid off in the end. I still felt that Ashwin should have played, but Thakur, he did his job, picking up a couple of wickets, and that too of Joe Root. It was a massive wicket, got the ball to swing, and that's what Thakur does, his natural swinger of the ball. And I think because he contributes with the bat, that's why they played him. And he paid his due. He did what he was supposed to do and got the huge wicket of Joe Root. That was the turning point. From there, the wickets kept tumbling. I felt a bit a bit of deja vu with Sam Curran batting. He was fantastic in the 2018 series, and he was at it again today, but just ran out of partners. India did just enough to clean out the tail. They still gave like 20-30 runs to Broad and Anderson, while they were there. Sam Curran picked up those runs, but they managed to wrap it up under 200, and I think that was a big positive for India. 183 England all out, and then India ending the day with 21 for 0. At 21 for 0, I think KL Rahul looked excellent, looked solid. Good signs from him. Rohit Sharma as well, taking his time. Both of them took their time actually, but there was swing available, and it's a very tricky period. A bit overcast conditions to bat, not easy. So I think they did a really good job to be unbeaten at the end of the day, and that just seals the day for India. I think it was fantastic. Going into day 2, it's going to be interesting to see how England come up, early on. There's some rain around, so let's see how that holds up. But if it is overcast, it will be a challenge for the Indian batsmen. And I think anything around 250, 300 is what they'll be targeting. Of course, more than that, the more the better. But because the conditions are not the easiest to bat on, especially if the overhead conditions change, then it might be even more challenging. So depending on that, they'll have to play their game. And we've seen India, in the past have issues with swing bowling, but so far they look good. So they need to capitalize this situation, take a lead for sure, because otherwise, England will be back in the game. So they need to try to take the lead first, and then from there they can take it from there. They have some quality batsmen coming in. Kohli, Pujara, Rahane, Rishabh Pant as well can get you quick runs. It's all set up for a very, very interesting day 2. Day 1 belonged to India. For me, there's plenty of stars. I would go with Shardul Thakur as the start of the game, even though of the day, even though I think Bumrah was exceptional and it's good to see him back in form for Thakur, because I think it was such a big call, big risk. And the fact he picked up Joe Root's wicket and a wicket before that as well, I think a lot of credit to him. Just shows his mental strength as well, and kudos to him and the team management. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. A good day for India. Let's see what day 2 has in store for us. Until then, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for joining me. Take care.